What's up, everybody? It's the People's Chef, your boy Chef Ked, and I'm about to show you in 10 minutes how I make my Lobster Rasta Pasta. And of course, you know it's gonna be Chef Ked's way, using simple ingredients that you can get out of your local grocery store. And I promise you, you can do this at home. I'm gonna show you how. Stay tuned, baby. All right, so let's run down a quick list of ingredients, and I want you to take heed to everything that I got here, and this is what you're gonna find in your local grocery store. Most of my ingredients I got out of 3 different stores. I think I went to Costco, Kroger's, and Publix. I don't know what grocery stores you have near you, but you can find these same ingredients, but I'm gonna show you what I got. Let's run through them real quick. So starting out, we're gonna use some basil. I got this fresh basil here. Of course, we're gonna use some butter. We've got the penne pasta. That's gonna be the pasta that we're going to use. I've got my heavy whipping cream and my half and half here. Also, of course, we've got the Italian blend cheese. Then we've got some chicken stock, the seasoning, which is going to be integral. You've got to get your hands on this Memphis City Blues. This is my personal blend. I'll tell you how to get it. Matter of fact, go to hypeseasonings.com. You can get this Memphis City Blues. And then, of course, we've got our jerk seasoning that we're going to use. I love hot stuff, but I don't like to burn my mouth out, tear my mouth out. So I got the mild version. And of course, I love to shop locally when it comes to my Andouille sausages and meats that I get. This is straight out of Savannah. The Savannah Sausage Company, Cajun style andouille, it gets no better. And of course, we've got our lobster tails that we're going to put in this pasta. We've got some Patagonian Red Shrimp. And last but not least, we've got the great veggies. We've got some red bell peppers. I'm going to use this lemon. We're going to show you how we're going to do that. I got some green onions. And of course, Chef Ked's way is always going to be fresh garlic and fresh jalapenos. Let's go, baby. All right, so man, like I said before, anytime you hear that I'm making a recipe and it says Chef Ked's way, this is what I mean right here, man. Fresh jalapenos and fresh garlic, it's gonna be all up in the mix, and it just, to me, it enhances the flavor. None of these recipes, man, are anything that's been new under the sun that most of us chefs put together, but it's just that we take them and we do them our way. And that's the whole point of it, man, to take any recipe that you see and feng shui it up and make it your own. Man, don't let nobody tell you about how much garlic you use. Now, you can oversaturate stuff with garlic. People always say, Kid, why you got so much garlic? But garlic is really that secret weapon. It adds a ton of flavor to any dish. And it's really all about the seasoning and the way you use this garlic. So, I mean, it might seem like a lot, but I'll show you. We're going to make it do what it do, man. And it's going to taste good, and it's not going to really impact that flavor. The essence of this garlic is what makes any dish, in my opinion. All right, so next up, we'll get some green onions in the mix. I don't really take a whole lot of them, but you get the gist of it. We're gonna use it, a little bit of it as garnish, and then I'm also gonna put some of it in this sauce as well. Complements that flavor when it's paired with these bell peppers that I'm about to chop up next. And you can really do it however you wanna do it. Some people might like to use shallots. Some people might like to use sweet onions, red onions. It's really your way and how you want to do it. You can enhance any dish you want by doing it your way. You know what kind of flavor that you like, so just experiment, man. It's always fun to experiment and make a lot of dishes, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Guess what? You get to do it all over again. Nobody knows that but you, unless you put it out there for the world to see. Last but not least, in the veggie department, we've got our red bell peppers, sweet peppers, whatever you want to call them. And you see how I've cut them into little spears like this, and then I'm just going to cut them into 4s. 4 pieces here. And this is exactly how I want it to go in my pasta. Simple as that, right? Real easy to do. You can do this at home. No problem whatsoever. Trust me. You trust me, I trust you. I got faith in you, man. You can do this. Let's go. And in my opinion, this is the hardest part right here, and that's cracking through this lobster tail to split them down the middle. But once you break that back, so to speak, you go right down the middle, and it's easy. Just like that. And once I split them, I just cut these end pieces off. But don't worry, this is going into the sauce. We're not gonna waste this good lobster meat. And then it ends up looking just like this. There we go. Same with this one, we'll just cut the end pieces off. And this will get cooked right into that sauce, man. That's gonna make this Rasta pasta off the chain, baby. All right, so I got my butter melted in the skillet, and we're gonna go ahead and add the fresh garlic and a little bit of that jalapeno that we was using there. And this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna cook this lobster cage away. You about to see. All right, I'm gonna add just a tad of this jerk seasoning to this mix because I want that flavor to get all up in that lobster tail. And get stirred it up a little bit. Almost ready to add this lobster to it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and lay our lobster tails in our mix here. Well, I said mix like it's a mixture, but you know what I'm saying. You get the point. All right, while them lobster tails are cooking down, we're gonna go ahead and get this penne pasta going, add a little bit of salt to our water, and then we're just gonna dump this penne pasta in. Take about maybe 10 to 12 minutes on that. And it'll be all good to go. So I got them with a little bit of crust on that side. I'm gonna go ahead and season them up with this Memphis blues. And then we'll flip them back over. Put a little parsley on them bad boys too. And be generous with your seasoning now. Season to the ancestors say stop. I'm gonna come around here hit it with dust it with some parsley and get that bad boy going. So after the lobster tails are done, we're gonna go ahead and get these shrimp tips. Of course, we're gonna season them up generously with some Memphis blues. And we'll cook these and set these to the side along with the lobster tails and make our sauce. All right, so now we're gonna start to make our sauce for the pasta, and we're gonna start by cooking down our diced andouille sausage. You can dice them and cook them how you want to, but you see how I kind of half them and then cut them into small quarters. All right, so we waste not, want not. So after we cook our andouille sausages, we're gonna just add our veggies to that mix and get all that seasoning soaked up into these veggies to get ready to make this sauce, man. This is about to be really epic, and it's about to be flavorful, and it's about to go down. So now that our veggies have started to cook down some, we're gonna add a half a cup of our chicken stock and let this come to a boil. All right, next up we're gonna add our half and half and our pint of heavy whipping cream to the mix. And we will get this hot and heated and up to a slight boil, and we will finish this off. And before this gets boiling good, I'm gonna add a couple of teaspoons of our jerk seasoning to the mix. I'm gonna give it that final jerk flair. And it's up to you how much you add, but just a couple for me, because it can have a kick and be a little spicy. Just a bit of zest from lemon. Just enough to give it that oomph. Let's come to a boil. Our mixture has come to a boil now, and we're gonna add our cheese to the mix. And we'll give this cheese time to thicken up. Might have to add a little bit more, give or take. And once this sauce starts to thicken up, we'll start to add our meats back to the mix. Remaining lobster to this mix. And let that cook down, and then we'll add the rest of the meat. Last but certainly not least, we're going to add our andouille sausage and our shrimp to the mix. And we about ready to plate this and eat this. Man, that shit smells good. And your boy ready to throw down. Almost forgot, man, to add my fresh basil to the mix. That's the most important piece to this, to me. Now we cooking. All right, now we getting down to the meat of it, where we about to plate this dish. And I told you I'm gonna do it Ked's way, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss my noodles in my bowl right here. And you see that right there? I'm just gonna go ahead and toss them up, because I don't want all my noodles to soak up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this. Ooh, look at that. Noodles all over the place. I'm gonna hit it with just a little bit more sauce, because we love this sauce up in here. All right, man, so we done got down to it, baby. It's time to eat. But first, we gotta put these lobster tails on it, finish off the plate, put a little extra feng shui on it, and let's get it done. Ooh, look at them lobster tails, baby. Them jerk lobster tails. We just gonna pick a couple of these bad boys and kind of pan them on top. And that'll get it. So we'll hit it with a little extra cheese on that, just a little bit. And we're gonna finish off the lobster rasta pasta with a little bit of dried basil. Ah, that's it, baby. Yo, this has been another great recipe from your boy, the People Chef, Chef Kid. It's time to eat now, baby. Let's get it on. So, yo, while I'm trying to dig into this, man, y'all, I'm gonna have this recipe up for you. Continue to follow your boy on his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'm at Kid Uncut on all facets of social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be. Woo! I know I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but yo, like I always say, baby, this food is bussin', man. I'm out. That's a wrap.